Okay, before you ask, no, I don't know what's going on with my hair. That's it, I don't know. Also, I usually always flip my hair to the right side, and for some reason, I feel like it looks better on the left side today. I don't know. Have I been doing my hair wrong for 15 years? I don't know. I also dyed these little bits purpley pink. If you want to know what I use for that, it'll be in the description box. It's just a semi-permanent hair color. It's nothing crazy. Also, I know, I see this. I know you see it too. I don't like it. I didn't ask for it. Nobody invited her here, but she's here to stay for now because you know what? I picked my face. I did. And don't do that. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Hey, what's up? It's Christina with a K. You don't forget it that way. And today is actually the first time that I'm recording in 2021, so Happy New Year. I know that I wrote it briefly in my eyebrow video, but I wanted to verbalize it because 2020 was a shit show. We thankfully got through it. 2021 is not off to the best of starts, but just like we got through 2020, we'll get through 2021. And yeah, Happy New Year. Thank you to everyone that subscribed to me. I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, Happy New Year. So today is Monday, and if you guys didn't watch my intro video, you definitely should. I'll put it in whatever corner it pops up in. But I told you guys that I want to do music and makeup on Mondays, where basically I just either listen to a full album or half an album, depending on how long it is, give my commentary on the songs as I listen, and I do my makeup at the same time. I'm not going to be explicitly telling you every product that I use. I might show it up, but everything that I use I'm going to put in the description because I want this to be more about the music than about the makeup, you know? For the first installment of Music and Makeup Mondays, I wanted to do an album that's very near and dear to my heart. I'm going to be doing Views by Drake. Views was actually the first album and the only album to this day that I've ever actually bought. And the funny thing about it is that I bought it without even listening to it. I looked at it, I was like, I feel like this is gonna be a good one. So I bought it. And you know what? It was a good one. I think it's one of Drake's best albums. And I know, I hear it already. But Christina, what about Take Care? But Christina, what about Nothing Was the Same? Those are great albums. I'm not disputing that. I feel like everyone to this day wants to transport back in time to 2016. Like everyone's like, ooh, summer 16 was the best summer of my life. Summer 16 was amazing, blah, blah, blah. But nobody wants to give credit to the album of summer 16. Views. Like, hello. We did not have that Controlla, One Dance, and Work, even though Work is not in this album. We did not have that mix without Views. So I think Views is one of his best albums, and like I said, I'm down to fight about it. I'm gonna listen to it. We'll get started on my makeup. I already did my eyebrows because I just posted a video about how I do my eyebrows, so I didn't want to take up too much time showing you something that I already showed you. Yeah, I think for this little series, I'm gonna try to do makeup that's slightly inspired by the album cover, but honestly, Views album cover isn't really like, you know, it's not super inspiring when it comes to makeup, so it'll probably just be like a cool toned, smoky-ish eye. Nothing too crazy, but I mean, really, I'm not a makeup artist anyways, so what were you expecting? So yeah, let's fucking do it. So the first song on the album is Keep the Family Close. Yeah, this is not one of my favorite songs, but it's still a good song. See, okay, here's the thing. I think it's pretty obvious that Drake has a ghostwriter. Everybody knows this. I don't know if, you know, all of these songs on this album, I didn't really research it. I don't know if all of these songs were written by other people, but I don't know. Something about his lyrics in this song, it gives me like Take Care vibes. It gives me like those, you know, I was looking out for you, but you weren't looking out for me type of vibe, you know? Supposed to put your pride aside and ride for me. Yeah, this is a good song, honestly. It's not my favorite on the album, but it's a good one. It also gives like a very like gothic vibe, which I feel like it was pretty different for Drake at the time, like him playing around with these like deeper, scarier type of beats. He was also talking his shit on this album. I feel like this is when he really started to get like more confident in himself, because I feel like before this album it was a lot more of like his simper, you know, like soft boy type of music. And this album he definitely like, I don't know, he was definitely becoming more of like the sixth god, you know, like felt comfortable enough labeling himself that. Yeah, this one's, it's a good song, but it's very repetitive. All right, so we have 9. 9 is one of my favorite songs on this album. I just feel like he was really like, he was going off. This is a good beat too. And also I think this is the same beat that's used for one of his songs in Scorpion. It sounds very similar to it. Like this little like, mama hit my phone and say a rap's no good. Better than telling me the check's no good. Yeah, this song is nasty. Talk your shit, Drake. You see, he was really talking his shit. 40 wants peace, but I'm down to cut ties for it. I feel like that's another example of how he's just like, he was really starting to fill himself with views. And what was the album he had before this? Let me see. Was it the Drake and Future album? Yeah, it was the Drake and Future album. I mean, that kind of makes sense. After working with Future, he starts to feel himself. I mean, even right before the Drake and Future album, it was, if you're reading this, it's too late, and there was definitely a lot more softer songs on there. Of course, there was like Legend, Energy, stuff like that, but it was a lot softer of an album, you know? I feel like Drake is a really good artist because he's able to mix like really soft R&B type of songs in an album where he, you know, talks his shit and goes off. Let's go back to the album. Let's go back to listening. Keeping people fed is my only peace of mind now. And I turned a 6 upside down. It's a 9 now. This album, this beat is just nasty. And I feel like this was the album where he really started to get comfortable sampling other songs. All these handouts, man, it's getting out of hand. I'ma start telling, get it how you can. I got it right now, so I'm everybody's friend. That line right there, I got it right now, so I'm everybody's friend. Bro, I can't even tell you how relatable of a lyric that is, because even if you're not an A-list celebrity like Drake, you know what it feels like to be surrounded by fake love. You know what it feels like to be around people that are only there because of what you offer them, you know? I got it right now, so I'm everybody's friend. Like, if I ever lose a bet, we'll never speak again? What? I don't know, he was just really talking his shit on this album, honestly. Even though there, like I said, there are some softer songs, Fire and Desire, all of those. Songs like 9, Hype. What? He was going off. Keychain go jangling. I wanna do major things. Definitely one of my favorite songs. I just remember after buying this album and hearing this song for the first time, because it's the second song on the album, I was like, Drake, Aubrey, Sir, and it just, such a good fucking song. And then there's even like that little like fake song at the end of this song, it's getting to it right now, where it's like on the voicemail, or it sounds like a tape recording, and it's very, very faint, but I've always said that Drake should turn that into a song. What is he saying? Try to kill me, but they still want the views. Try to kill me, but I am very much alive. I'm the sixth god. Yo, that would have been a fire song, Drake. It's not too late to do it. What is this? I got concealer all over myself. Yeah, he needs to make that into a song too. I forgot that You With Me comes right after that. This is definitely, I mean, Say what you want about this album, this is probably one of the best songs on this album. And I know I just said that about 9, but honestly, that's what I mean when I say that this album is GOAT. Like, on some DMX shit. I tell them they belong to me, that goes on for forever. You tell me that I'm confusing. More immature than Marcus Houston. What? It's like an old school beat with Drake at the time's vibe. LOL, I'm glad you find that shit amusing. But you want to tell me that this is not one of Drake's best albums. And my house is the definition of alcohol and weed addiction. I need to continue doing my makeup because I'm not getting anything done. I'm really not getting anything done. It's like a lot of games are being played. How's it going now? You what? Is you with me or what? I can't even wait till it gets, you know what part I'm thinking about, till it gets to that one part. I'm probably gonna butcher it because I'm not a singer, but I don't care. All that gray in our conversation history, you. Playing mind games, we both doing the same thing. Slide on a late night. You sent the "Are you here?" text without an invite. That's that shit that I don't like. So good. Like, you cannot dispute that this album is fire. It might not be your favorite Drake album, but I think it should be. How's that real? You toying with it like Happy Meal. 3 dots, you thinking of a reaction still. This song is GOAT. And then the sampling, like, I'm telling you, this is the album that he was really getting comfortable with sampling. And I really like that because I feel like Drake he knows which songs to pick for samples, like, and how to incorporate them into the beat, how to make a beat around a sample, you know? Try and give your ass the world. You running your fingers through my curls. You knew me when the kid had waves. What? Forget about your ass, and that's some real shit. Drake was talking his shit, honestly. Drake was really just talking his shit, and that's what I like. I like when artists talk their shit. Say it with your chest, Drake. The song is amazing. Oh, Feel No Ways. And see, like, something like this is totally different. Like, it kind of almost has like a, I don't even know, like synth, like 80s-ish vibe to it. I should be downtown whipping on the way to you. Oh. Who is it that's got you all gassed up? Couldn't be me. I was only gone for the last few months. But you don't have the time to wait on me. Alright, so this song is really good, but I don't think it's Drake's best vocal performance. I mean, it's probably more true to how he actually is able to sing, because I feel like, what song is it? On Scorpion? Time Flies, I think? I'm outside in the AMG. You can hear him sing that at the end of Desires, and it's just, it doesn't sound like how it should sound, you know? It doesn't sound like how the recording sounds. And I think for this song, his vocals don't sound as good as they could because there was less mastering, less auto-tune, less like manipulation of his voice. So for that reason, it's not his best song, but I still think it's a really good song. Honestly, I don't think there's a song on this album that I don't like. I just think there are songs that I like better than others for particular reasons. But Feel No Ways is good. On purpose. And this was kind of an interesting song for him too, because even though it's not different for Drake, like he definitely has talked about disappointment and like heartbreak from people before, I feel like this, again, like he's still doing it in a way that like he doesn't give as much of a fuck, you know? He's still talking his shit even though the person that he's talking about disappointed him, you know? I tried with you. There's more to life than sleeping in and getting high with you. This is also talking about a real thing. I feel like people don't like to let go of others. They like to hold on to what was, not what is, you know? So I feel like this is a pretty relatable song, even though, like I said, it's not my favorite Drake song. Definitely not my favorite on this album. I think it's a really good song. But I'm gonna continue on to the next. Let's hear Hype. And this song low-key kind of gives me, before it even starts, just like based on the intro, based on the beat, it kind of gives me more like, if you're reading this, it's too late type of vibes. Like maybe this was meant to be in that album, but didn't make the cut for whatever reason. It definitely gives me that kind of vibe. Another song where he's just talking his shit, and I like that. And I just hit a lick, I gotta hit the next one. Last year, I know you learned your lesson. I can GPS you if you need addressing. I will say it over and over and over again. Drake was talking his shit on this album, and that's what I like to hear from him. I don't like to hear that soft shit. Listen, there's a time and a place for it. I'm not saying that I don't care for Take Care. I'm not saying that I don't care for some of the songs on Scorpion. I mean, I don't care for some of the songs on Scorpion, but like for the slower ones, the good ones, like yeah, like Jaded, Finesse, those are good songs. It's not that I don't like them. I just prefer this kind of vibe from Drake because I feel like he has such a good voice for him to like actually spit. I mean, not that they're his own lyrics, but he has such a good voice to talk his shit, to rap. Like his singing voice is decent, and honestly I feel like he just holds on to that singing shit because he saw how well it did for him on Take Care. Not that, you know, like I'm saying, not that it's bad, but I think this is more where his talent lies. Like he's good at talking shit. Even if you listen to his old mixtapes, yes, he has some R&B songs on there, but like when he's talking his shit, that's where the money resides. Don't you see Riri right next to me? That did not age well. Shout out to Tiffany Stephanie. Always gonna check me. My enemies want to be friends with my other enemies. I don't let it get to me. I had to count it again to make sure the money was right. Yup. He said it himself, Views is already a classic. I feed my family with this, so don't play with my money this summer, I'm serious. He was really talking his shit on this. It's crazy. I'm gonna say that over and over again, but you just re-listen to it. Just re-listen to it. So this was a lit song. I think he did kind of cop out with some of the lyrics. The chorus especially. I mean, I think it was cute. I don't know. It's a good song. I mean, to me, they're all pretty good, but Weston Road flows. See, I feel like every album has this kind of song in it. On If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, 6 p.m. in New York kind of gives that vibe. You know, it's just like, it's a particular type of song. Beats are totally different. What he's saying is a little different, but it's like that kind of vibe where he's just going with it, you know? Weston Road Flows is definitely a classic. And then the sample, the beat, it's nasty. It's kind of like, it's one of those inspiring songs where he's still talking shit, but like it's in a more like Road to Riches type of song, you know? He let us hit the weed on occasion for entertainment. It feels like a very nostalgic type of song. It's very old school type, you know? I get green like Earth Day. If I've hung out with you and we've like listened to music, I've definitely told you this before, but, and you might have already noticed this, but almost everybody I point this out to doesn't notice it until I point it out. But Drake has a habit of like being very phlegmy. I think he just did it. Hold on, let me rewind it a little bit. He's like, you don't be scoring perfect. Like it's very rough. But I almost wish he kind of re-recorded it keeping that in mind, because he does that all the time and it's so distracting. He's like, I don't know. To me, it's very distracting. I didn't notice it in this album until I noticed it in Scorpion, and I noticed it, I think, in More Life too. And now that I'm listening to this, I just keep hearing the phlegm. I don't know how to explain it. If you listen to Drake, listen a little closer, you'll probably hear what I'm talking about. Redemption. This is when he starts getting a little, you know, softer for this album. I also like how he used like it's not samples, but it's just little sound bites of you know, that girl in the beginning, she's saying, I'm leaving. Oh, okay, nobody cares. Like, just stuff like that. It kind of gives me like, I don't know, not Marvin's Room vibes, but like, you know what I mean, just using natural sound bites. And I really like when he does that. It gives a more like personal touch to it in a way. And yeah, I think this was One Wish, right? It was a Ray J song that he sampled. I think it was One Wish, but so good. Damn shit's on your mind when you think about it. And I just want you to know. Is that One Wish? I think it is One Wish. It's kind of hard to tell when it's slowed down. I love when he does that. I love when he takes a break from the general beat and flow of what he's doing and just switches it up. Like, it's very refreshing, especially because these songs, a lot of these songs on this album are on the longer end. I don't think there's any song that's okay. Yeah, that would make sense. That One Dance is and Summer's Over Interlude are the only songs that are under 3 minutes. Yeah, they're all over 3 minutes. They're closer to 4 or 5 minutes. So I really like when he takes the time to like break down, you know, the beat of the song, change it up, because it can get a little repetitive. And it's a long song. You can't, like, you're bound to get skipped if you keep the same shit up, honestly. So I like that he did that in Redemption, especially because it is a slower song anyways. So for him to like, you know, step away from like how the song is going, throw in a verse that kind of switches up the general flow of the song, it was a good move. Redemption isn't my favorite song in the world. I'm just, like I said, I'm not really that big on like softer Drake. I like when he talks his shit. That's just personal preference, but it's still a good song. Oh, With You, Party Next Door, this is a good one. I'm just doing a very, very basic look. Like, very, very basic. I'm with you. I feel like when Drake comes in on this song, you can definitely tell that that's not what he really sounds like when he sings. But I just feel like, I don't know, when this song first came out, I definitely thought Drake sounded great. And I think he does still sound good, but you can tell just based on, like, if you're familiar with Drake, you could just tell that that's not really what he sounds like. It's definitely like super, super auto-tuned. But honestly, I'm not really surprised. Everybody's auto-tuned these days. It's cute. It's definitely not my favorite on the album, but it's cute. It had a very different vibe, especially from like the rest of the album too. I look a little crazy right now. I don't really like to work with cool tones, but I figured because the album is gray, I'll do like a cool toned eyeshadow look. I forgot that I have like a crossfade that's like 7 or 8 seconds. So Faithful just came on. Chick 1212, bitch. I'm high maintenance a little bit, but like not in a negative way. And just like extremely expensive things. You would think it's all mine the way I took it. You would think it broke down the way I push it. You talk like you got the juice and the squeeze. And you can't take no L's off me. I'm sorry, but this song, this is definitely how I got put onto Division 2. And then I saw him at the Drake and Future concert because I think he performed this song. He definitely opened, but I think he performed this song. It was really good. I definitely think that there was a lot more Division on that song than Drake though. Did Drake even say anything on that song? I can't even remember. Let me go back. Oh yeah, he does. It's interesting because I feel like Drake is barely in that song. I never really noticed that before. Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like Drake's song. You know, that song doesn't feel like it belongs to him. Feels like he was a feature on his own song, on his own album. Off Rip, Still Here kind of gives me hype vibes. Like with the beat. It's a very similar type of vibe. I don't know if like what's the word? The tempo is the same. Something is similar. I can't fuck with you no more cause you be acting extra. I can't tell you if she's yours or mine, but I do know. I can't, dude. It's crazy, like, when you actually listen to these songs, like, people really try to tell me that this is not one of Drake's best albums. Thought that we were family. You show me that we can't be. This album is just nasty. I don't care what anyone has to say. So good. So good. And I honestly feel bad that people don't really remember like how good of an album this was. I'm on Clubhouse, okay, and I like to argue with people on Clubhouse because it's funny, but also because I think that I'm right a lot of the time. And someone was really telling me that I was tripping when I said that this might be his best album. I was like, what do you mean? Did you even listen to it? Controller. There's not much to say about Controller. Everybody knows that the song is fire. I still feel like he should have put the version with Popcorn on this album. I think that version was better just because it just was. But it's okay. He made an executive decision. I can't be mad at that. But the one with Popcorn was definitely better. And I think this is when he started playing with like more Caribbean vibes. I think this album was where he started to do that, which is interesting. I know people have different opinions on that. They say that like Drake has no personality, that he basically, you know, just absorbs a personality from his surroundings and then spews it out in his music, which I could see, but also at the same time, I mean, you know, people hang out with people and like personalities rub off on each other. So I feel like maybe for this album, he was just hanging out with a lot more people from the Caribbean. Maybe he was just hanging out with, you know, I mean, clearly he was hanging out with Party Next Door. Party Next Door has some Caribbean-esque vibes in some of his songs. I just feel like he was just being a product of his environment, you know, just spitting out music that reflected his environment. Regardless of what Drake's inspiration for Controller was, he did that. He did that. When it comes to you, I think I'd lie for you. This song is just so good, honestly. I remember when the song came out and everybody loved this song. I mean, rightfully so, it's a good song. Alright, also disclaimer, I really suck at putting on eyelashes. I know for the past couple of videos I have been wearing eyelashes. That's only because it took me half an hour to put them on and I didn't have to show you me putting them on. So I'm probably gonna skip this. One dance, grips on your waist, front way, back way. You know that I don't play. This is a good song. However, I feel like because everybody loved this song so much, it's definitely annoying to me now. It's like your classic dance song, has some pop elements, has some rap elements. Actually, I don't even think the song has. Yeah, it does a little bit. You know what would be really interesting? I would love to see when people really started fucking with Hennessy. Cause I know, like, you know, old heads, they've been fucking with Hennessy for a really, really long time. People really like Hennessy. But I wonder for the younger crowds, because he just said Hennessy in my hand or whatever the hell he just said, right? But people weren't really drinking Hennessy that much before. So, I don't know. I feel like people my age really started fucking with Henny after Drake said it. Low-key. Yeah, this song is cute. It's just listening back on it now, it's really not like my favorite Drake song. I feel like even Work is better than One Dance, but that's probably because it's Rihanna's song and not Drake's. Oh shit, I forgot about this song. The beat on this is nasty. Grammys with Future, the beat on this is nasty. Just disgusting. Heard the hood claimed you. Oh well, ship sailed. Honestly, Future's part is so annoying though. I think they performed this live together too. I'm pretty sure. I can't even really remember when that concert was, but the song is so annoying. Like the beat is really good. I fuck with Drake's part. I mean, Future's part is not bad either, but it's just so annoying. They go want a Grammy. Real love like a band-aid. It's such an annoying song. Alright, so I can't get this lash on. I'm not gonna hold you. It's difficult. I may have listened to like 4 songs just trying to put these fucking lashes on. But honestly, I think I'm getting better at putting lashes on. Because I feel like maybe a month ago, I could have listened to the whole album at this point trying to put on a lash. This inner corner definitely does not look good, but listen. It is what it is. This a place for families that drive Camrys and go to Disney. They don't need to know all of our business. You wildin', you super childish. You go to CVS for Kotex and my Bugatti. I took the key and tried to hide it so you can drive it and put on mileage. Then you find it. Awkward silence. I give Chanel out like a hug, I know. Why is this lash not wanting to stay? Oh, let's ignore it. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. It's not there. I think the version of Pop Style with Jay-Z is better than this version. I just think the part where it's like, they still out to get me, I don't get it. It sounds better when Jay-Z did it, or it sounded better when Jay-Z did it. I feel like with Drake, his voice, I actually completely forgot that Too Good was on this album. I don't know why I thought that was on the same album that Work was on. Was it Auntie? I think it was. Do you know what song this reminds me of? Off rip immediately. Beautiful by Mariah Carey and Miguel. Just like the first couple of like, what's it called? Stanzas? What are they called in music? You know, you wouldn't think that I actually used to read like sheet music and play the violin. The first couple of, what is it, a stanza? I don't know if it's a stanza. I'm pretty sure that's from poetry. Whatever. The first couple of beats of the song, it reminds me of Beautiful. I don't know why. That just came to me. Yeah, this is a good song. I mean, and then Rihanna, like the angel that she is, comes in. It feels like the only time you see me is when you turn your head to the side and look at me differently. That's such a good lyric. I got high as your expectations. That's such a good line too. Just so many gems, and people really want to tell me that this is not a great album. Well, not that it's not a great album. Nobody's gonna argue that it's not a great album, but it's definitely one of his best in my opinion. And honestly, I think Rihanna's and Drake's voice just work together so well. They just harmonize really well together. I feel like, I don't know, they had a great thing going. Too bad Drake probably fucked it up. Ugh, I miss Rihanna, dude. Like, please, I need you. I miss Rihanna, okay? I'm not ashamed to say it. I fucking miss her. I mean, not that anyone's ashamed to say it, but I feel bad saying that because I know that she's, you know, she hates when people say, I mean, not that she's gonna fucking watch this, but she hates when people, like, press her about music. So I feel bad, but at the same time, girl, we need it. We need it, please. Like, I appreciate your makeup, I appreciate the lingerie and like the size inclusivity and all that, but where's the music? I was talking about Drake though. Okay, Summer's Over interlude. I'm not even really gonna talk that much about Summer's Over interlude because Drake isn't on it. I don't think, yeah, he's not in it. It's just Majid Jordan, which, by the way, I love Majid Jordan. I've seen them live. Shout out to my aunt for taking me. Summer's Over interlude, it was cute. It's not like, you know, the best song on the album, obviously. It's just a little, like, ending. Leading into Fire and Desire, though. I dedicate. I like Fire and Desire. It's definitely, I mean, Drake always has these types of songs on his albums. It doesn't matter what album it is. You can find his, you know, romantic vibes. But I love Fire and Desire. It's a classic. I can't stress it enough. The samples, it's the samples, it's the use of the samples, it's the beats that he made, like with the samples in mind. You don't see the thanks of this whole thing, but you get real on a pill and I like it. Yeah, this is a good song. I mean, I definitely feel like the song is about Rihanna for sure. You're a real ass woman and I like it. Yeah, I mean, it's a good romantic song. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, I like Views. Views, it's good. I like it. It has like that gospel-y beat with like the more inspirational lyrics. We're not, this is not anything new to Drake. It's kind of like, what's a good, like Tuscan Leather. It's kind of like a Tuscan Leather of the Views album, you know? And then of course, you used to call me on my... Honestly, here's the thing. Hotline Bling, it was good for its time, you know, the little, whatever. Not album worthy. I hate when artists do that shit, but it happens all the time. Even with Scorpion, when he put In My Feelings, like that was a single that he put on his album that really did not need to be on his album. And it's the same thing with Hotline Bling. Hotline Bling did not need to be on this album. It was already getting a lot of radio play. It was already like a super big song in 2016. Like, we didn't need it on the album, but I'm not surprised it was on the album. I really fucked with Views. I really fucked with Views. Like I said, it has a special place in my heart. I will always love Views. I will always go back and listen to Views. Honestly, that's kind of saying a lot, because I feel like there's some albums by Drake that I really don't listen to as much. Like, Nothing Was the Same is definitely an iconic album, but I don't find myself listening to songs. That's not true. Whatever, man. Say what you want, I don't care. Drake is definitely one of my favorite rappers. For sure. Not of all time, maybe. Music is so tricky because when you think that you know you love an artist, or that an artist is your favorite artist, you then remember all of the other songs that you love, all of the other rappers or artists in general that you love. For a fact, Drake is probably my favorite artist of this generation. I don't think he's my favorite artist of all time. He's top 5, but he's not 1. He's not. You can take a guess as to who that is. If you know me, you know who it is, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's Views. I think it's an overall really good album. I'm kind of sad that it doesn't get the love and respect that it deserves. I forgot to put setting spray. I won't use that one though, because I don't need my makeup to stay on all night. I'm gonna take this off as soon as I'm done recording. But yeah, it gets me sad that people don't give this album the credit it deserves. I mean, You With Me, obviously Control on One Dance, like I said, Child's Play. Child's Play. Grammys was pretty good. Future's part gets annoying though. 9, Hype. There's just so many good songs on this album. I mean, Drake, honestly, he often has more hits than misses on his albums. Scorpion is debatable though, because he put too many fucking songs on that album, so that is a debate. So yeah, I stand by what I say. I think that Views is one of Drake's best albums. Listen, if Take Care is your favorite album, get in line with all the other people who say the same thing. For me, I think it's Views. And More Life is a close second. And Nothing Was the Same is probably a close third. And then Take Care. But that could just be because I like to disagree with the majority. I hope this was entertaining for you guys. I hope you agree. If you don't agree, I hope that you can see where I'm coming from when I say these things. But at the end of the day, music is objective. You know, you might like a song that I might hate. I might hate a song that you might love, but I think I just said that. I might love a song that you hate. You might love a song that I hate. Who knows? Who cares? It's music. If you don't like it, you can just skip it and go to the next one. But for me, that's my opinion on Views by Drake. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Give me, you know, suggestions for any albums or songs that you want me to talk about, any artists you want me to talk about. Let me know what you think about Views, if you agree with my opinions, if you disagree, and why. Yeah, let's get a conversation going. I miss this album. I miss the hype around this album. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. If you fuck with the vibe, kindly subscribe. You already know. And yeah, I will see you when I see you.